very surprised when we watch this film that they have never heard about it before. It's sort of been hidden in Chinatown for a very long time, so I didn't learn about it until I was in my, I'm not going to say how old I am, but probably in my mid to late 20s. I actually, I didn't grow up in Chinatown. I'm racially mixed. I'm Chinese and German, and so my connection to Chinatown didn't sort of happen until I started searching and looking, and when I finally found it was much later in life, and it was because I had been playing regular volleyball, and people looked at me and they sometimes don't know what to think of when they see me, and when they realized I was Chinese American, they realized, oh hey, we play this game in Chinatown and maybe you'd like to come. So they brought me in, and the women were playing volleyball and the men were playing 9-man, and when I saw 9-man, it's a completely different game, so I was very curious about what was going on over there, and slowly began to learn more. I'm a self-made filmmaker, and so I was never trained as a filmmaker. I was a journalist for most of my career, and this is the film that sort of got me going. I bought a camera and I taught myself how to shoot, and I just started going to tournaments, and part of the process of making a sports film is actually doing a lot of scouting. So I was a sports journalist at one time, and I sort of I know my sports a little bit, and I had to like look for characters that I thought were going to make it far enough in the tournament that you could follow them the whole tournament. And you can always find your Bad News Bears characters that add a lot of flavor, but you really want to be able to bring the audience through to the end. And so for me, that was like identifying characters that would take me far enough along, and also who represented various different things, like different cities, different personalities, different positions on the court. So there's sort of a long process of figuring that out. It's also played in Canada, so it's played in mostly the major Chinatowns, and those are the places where they have stronger communities that are building tournaments. And the tournament travels between 7 major Chinatowns every year, and comes back around to New York every 7 years. It's actually a mini tournament that happens every year in New York, and for folks over in New York right now, it's going to be July 16th and 17th here. It's the mini version, and then the national one will be in Los Angeles this year. It's like all, it's all community pride. It's all like bragging rights. So, where people do a lot of things because they want a trophy or they want some sort of financial reward, this is all literally bragging rights. So you can tell the guy next to you that you won a tournament and rub it in his face for a full year until the next year comes around. It's key to have a good story. I mean, I think it's important that you put it in the first 2 minutes. I mean, sadly, people have, I think, the attention span to watch anything for 2.5 minutes, but if you want them to watch beyond 2.5 minutes, you have to sort of hook them somewhere within that 2.5 minutes. So I think that's one of my first pieces of advice. But the other thing is, long-form content is an entirely different game. I mean, everybody can pick up a camera and do a short YouTube video with very little effort, but if you are going to make something that's going to last and really resonate with people, you have to spend the time with characters, and you have to really put the work in. So that's my other piece of advice. Well, 9-Man is going to be available online, so you can always go to 9-man.com and look for it there. It's also streaming right now for the next couple of months on primonetwork.com. And we also have Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff you can follow us on, and I'll let you know about following the upcoming projects. It's at 9-Man Doc on most social media.